We'll tell you what we're doing.
Now.
Okay. We're connecting a electrical lead to heat tape. I managed to salvage a 2-lead electrical cord, 110 volt outlet. I stripped approximately 1/4 inch off the end and wound the wires up. This here is a 14 to 16 gauge solderless connection with a number 10 eye. I'm crimping the eye to the cord, like so, nice and strong. Let me get out my second eyelet.
So what all do you need for this?
2 to 3 foot of electrical cord, heat tape, 2 16 gauge to 18 gauge number 10 eyelet connectors. I have a set of brass rivets to attach the eyelets to the heat tape.
Aluminum foil tape. Hole puncher, scissors of course. Some
Electrical tape.
electrical tape. I'm using the thermostat that is the Jump Start. It's made for plants, but it's perfect for reptiles. And I'm using TGH Reptile heat tape. It's 4 inches long.
And we're going to
Next time I'm probably going to get 6 inch. And what is this called again?
Those are solderless. That's a crimping tool for non-insulated connectors. What I'm doing here is cleaning off my eyelet. I normally use a knife here. I'm using scissors. This ensures a good connection. We'll do the same with this one.
What is this tool called?
That is a wire strippers and a crimping tool without the crimping tool on the end of it.
Okay. Now you're just going to do this on both?
Yes, cleaning both connections.
Mm-hmm.
This 3-punch index, I just slid the heat tape in against the stop and make sure that the heat tape is in the middle of the hole punch. I simply press down and then I trimmed off the excess. I want the solderless connection to butt up against the edge of the heat tape like so. The next step is to separate the solderless connector, the insulation, like so. This is a rather difficult part. There we go. I have it separated. Let's place the connector in here.
This is surprisingly good lighting.
There. This is the position of my connector. I'm going to do one at a time. Let me stretch this out. Now we are trying to use a copper rivet with a flat washer. The rivet installs from below. The copper flat is right here. And we tap this down.
I got this heat tape, 4 feet. It was $8 for 4 feet, but it's the cheapest I could find. It was actually $8.80. And, yeah.
Alright, small ball peen hammer. I'm going to start the rivet with a center punch.
So now, that didn't work, so now we used the rivet to do it, and it worked like a charm.
What I did is I placed the rivet through the back. The eyelet is underneath the electrical tape. I placed my copper flat washer on the top, inserted in my vise, squeeze the rivet down with my vise to test. Try to turn the eyelet, it's nice and solid.
Okay,
I'm satisfied with that repair, so we're going to go to the other side.
don't hammer it. In other words.
No.
Are you going to do the same thing with the other side now?
I'm going to repeat the same technique on the other side. Bend the heat tape slightly to separate the insulation from the back of the copper band. Insert my eyelet. Easier said than done. There we go. You can see the eyelets between the insulator and the back of the copper band. Take my brass rivet, insert it from the back. My copper flat washer on the front. And here's using the press. The device is a press. Place it in the vise, tighten it, slightly align my eyelet straight off my heat tape, and squeeze. Back off. There's my rivet pressed flush with the copper, and it's tight.
And now that part's done.
Stop it.
Now we're putting the electrical tape over it just for being pretty or whatever. Nah.
No, to provide us some insulation.
Yeah, that. Now cut it.
Not yet.
Oh. 2 times around.
I like to go more than 2 times around. I'm going to cover the end
Okay.
of the solderless connections.
Okay. Now just put electrical tape until you go past the rivet.
And past the insulated solderless connection. This is 7mm electrical tape.
Okay.
Break
So
it
now
off.
we're done with that
Stretch.
part. Now, is that now we just install it, right?
The next time we're going to cut this to length, and this is how we do it.
Cut the heat tape.
Yes.
But I want to wrap it around on the rack.
See, okay, you can stop it.
So we cut the heat tape for now because we only have one snake. And we're putting it this long. And now we're taking the aluminum foil tape to tape it down. Okay,
Now, as a matter
we
of fact,
got the aluminum tape
it's
foil.
not easy to disassemble. Can you bring that down?
Yes, it is very hard to disassemble.
We're using heat tape. Aluminum tape is used because it is resistant to heat. We're going to place tape along the insulated edge of the heat tape, avoiding the copper.
Would it cause a fire if it's like the copper? On the copper?
Well, the copper is insulated, but I just want to ensure I don't have any contact to it. There's one side. Okay?
Okay, now the other side.